upcoming movie, Firangi?
I'm very excited about Firangi. ये पहली बार जो पीरियड फिल्म में कुछ ह्यूमर और लाइट हार्टेडनेस भी आता है. So it's a great opportunity for me to be a part of something that's totally unique, you know. और you know, sets पे कपिल शर्मा के साथ काम करने का बहुत मज़ा आया. और क्या बताऊं, it was fantastic.
Okay, everyone wants to work with Kapil. हर कोई उनके साथ काम करना चाहता है. जब आपको इस रोल के बारे में बताया गया, what was your first expressions?
I can tell you about मेरी पहली मुलाकात. I'll tell you about my first meeting with Kapil ji. So रोल के लिए बुलाया मुझे और सब टीम के साथ मिलके things were going really well. I was talking just about my work and we were hitting it off. It was really great. There was one gentleman sitting with us with a cap on and he had a very thick beard as well. और वो सब बातचीत के बाद मुझे लगा कि ठीक है, वो मिल गया, सब बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. और then I asked, I'm sorry sir, I didn't get your name. उन्होंने बोला, I'm Kapil. I was like, oh no. So मुझे लगा कि ठीक है, रोल गया हाथ से. लेकिन Kapil बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं है. So he was very gracious and he was very humble and obviously it didn't hurt my chances of getting the role. So that was my first meeting with Kapil, my first meeting with the team. And 1 week later we were on set on rolling and it was just amazing chemistry. Just things were working. They were really happy with what I was doing. I was really enjoying the opportunity. And it was I couldn't believe it was like really happening that I was like just gelling with such an amazing talented team.
Okay, while doing this movie and your role, did you face any difficulties?
Well, Hindi dialogue कर सकता हूँ. इसमें ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है लेकिन मुश्किल तो है कभी कभी. और जब कपिल सर हिंदी बोलते हैं तो वो पंजाबी स्टाइल और बहुत तेज़ बोलते हैं तो it just goes way over my head half the time. So I always enjoyed working with Kapil sir and the whole team and all that, but there was a lot of humor that I was just kind of missing out on, और अगर मुझे पता भी नहीं अगर मेरा मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं सब लोग कि नहीं, मुझे पता नहीं कभी. And sometimes working with Kapil, you have to be very, very spontaneous. You have to be ready for improvisation. You have to be ready for anything. And lines मिल गया कभी उसी दिन में जो शूट करना है, लेकिन मिल गया. लेकिन जब शूटिंग शुरू हो गया तो कपिल के मन में कुछ और हो सकता है ना, और we just have to roll. And then after a while I realized this is really exciting way to work, and it inspired me to be more spontaneous in my acting and in my craft, and it was inspirational actually.
Okay, which all preparations you did to play this role, this kind of role?
अरे इतना टाइम नहीं मिल गया मुझे. मैंने बोला था कि after meeting the crew एक हफ्ते के बाद शूटिंग शुरू हो गया तो इतना प्रिपरेशन के लिए टाइम नहीं मिला. लेकिन एक्चुअली पिछले 10 साल में वही काम कर रहा हूँ मुंबई में. झांसी की रानी जो सीरियल था वो डबल रोल लिया मैंने उसमें, और I did a double role in Jhansi Ki Rani on ZTV for like 2 years. और उसके बाद बहुत सारे काम मिल गया मुझे इधर उधर, और बहुत सारे evil Britisher वाला काम खासकर. And so हिंदी में डायलॉग करना है कोई ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है, और ब्रिटिश रोल करने में ज़्यादा मुश्किल भी नहीं होती. So I was पहले से ही ready.
Okay, so ऐसी कोई मेमोरी आप शेयर करना चाहेंगे कपिल के साथ जो उस टाइम पे आपको याद रही और आप हमेशा उसको याद रखना चाहेंगे उनके साथ?
Sorry, one more time.
Any memories you want to share while shooting on the sets of Kapil?
It was just so much fun. It was such a blur, actually. It was like a dream. Like I said, I was pinching myself the whole time. And just give me a second to think of something. I feel like...
Any prank he did on you?
No, I think मुझसे थोड़ा डरता था क्योंकि because वो हमेशा बोला करते हैं कि my English is very bad and all that. So he always was telling me like, oh, my English is very bad, and so शायद उसके वजह से मेरा मजाक नहीं उड़ाया ज़्यादा. But I told him always, like, अरे सर, आपकी हिंदी मेरी इंग्लिश से बहुत अच्छी है, तो ऐसी बात कुछ नहीं होती. But he was really easy on me. I would say Kapil was extremely easy on me. I think, as a foreigner, that happens because there's this culture in India of Atiti Devo Bhava, and I think sometimes that kicks in, and so he was afraid. But I think after a while we had to, he understood I could take it, so we had some good time. There was one night we all went in the swimming pool, just everybody, on Kapil sir's birthday. It just turned into just a crazy, wonderful disaster, and phones were lost, and everybody got dunked in the swimming pool whether they wanted to or not. So I was there with that.
Okay, so at least every Bollywood celebrity wants to work in Hollywood, but you came from California to make your debut in Bollywood. What was the main reason behind this?
So I fell in love with India. I fell in love with India before I even set foot in the country, and there were a lot of reasons. The thing that sparked it was when I saw my first Bollywood film. It happened to be Lagan, and it just blew me away. I was so in love with the heart and the soul of that film, and after that I started watching more and more Bollywood movies. I started watching whatever I could, especially like old Bollywood movies from like the 70s, 60s, 70s. That was just like my favorite era. So I started teaching myself Hindi that way. I started reading books about India and all that, and I also realized that, okay, if I'm gonna land up in India, I should have some means of making a living. I've always loved acting. I've always been an actor, but not professionally. So I decided this is what I'm going to do when I get to Mumbai, and I started working because I love India, I love Bollywood. I need to be in Mumbai. I need to be in India. So it was just a leap of faith. Just followed my heart, and here I am.
Okay, what was the reaction of your family after you decided to stay in Mumbai and you're going to work in Bollywood?
Obviously, we miss each other. My father, my mother, my father, my brother. I mean, we all miss each other, and we don't see that much of each other. Occasionally, somebody comes here. Very rarely, I manage to make it out to America. But, I mean, as a parent, you're never happier than when your child is happy, and my parents are the same way. So, they realize that I followed my heart to India, and it's where I belong, and it's where I'm happiest. So for that, they're happy, and I appreciate that.
So in Bollywood, you're working since last 12 years. So
10 years, yeah.
10 years. So what, according to you, which one is your favorite stream, like Bollywood or TV?
To work in?
Yeah.
Nothing like films, I would have to say. I loved my tenure in Jhansi Ki Rani. Lasted over 2 years, double role, 2 characters, and had a great time. It's a lot of hard work though, and films, definitely also a lot of hard work. But there's a little more time to get things just right. There's a little more time to make things just how you want it, and talk it out and prepare and all that. It's not so cut. So I would say, yeah, films are what I'd have to choose if you make me choose.
Okay, so basically you have worked with Amir Khan and many Bollywood celebrities. Which one is your favorite?
I've never worked with Amir Khan yet, and I would love to. I would love to be in the sequel to Lagan. So just letting you know, Mr. Khan, if there's any, if there's any plans in the works, just.
Okay, so if there would be any remake of Bollywood films, so which one you would like to do?
So I was telling you, my favorite era, my सबसे favorite time Indian film ki was the 70s. And my favorite filmmaker from that time was Rishikesh Mukherjee. So I think my favorite film of his was Bawarchi, starring Rajesh Khanna. I was a chef in America for like 15 years before I came to India, and I really relate with that film. It's a beautiful story of just the best thing in life is to help others, and one of the best ways to do that is to cook. And it's just something that I believe very strongly. And every time I think about that movie, I just start tearing up. So if I could be like the Firangi Bawarchi in the remake of Bawarchi, that would be a full circle dream come true right there.
Okay, and also you have done many roles like foreigner and all. Sometimes you feel like iske alawa we have to try something else.
Yeah. like मैं इंडियन का रोल मुझे इंडियन का रोल थोड़ी मिल जाएगा. हाँ, तो मैं बॉलीवुड में मैं आकर मुझे लगा कि फॉरेनर का रोल ही मिलेगा मुझे, और इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. But I'm doing other roles now besides just the evil Britisher, which is nice. I mean, Firangi he's not such a great guy, Mark, but it's a comedy. It's lighthearted. He has shades, and it's a different kind of role than just that intense, evil British colonial oppressor. I'm also shooting for Virangi Wedding right now, and I get to play just a regular American nice guy, happens to be married to an Indian, and they have a child, and that's me, actually. I'm a nice American guy, I'm married to an Indian, we have a child. So I get to play myself, and this is a great opportunity. So more of these kind of opportunities coming for other things besides the evil British guy. I really look forward to those. But my bread and butter has been and may continue to be doing period films, because those are evergreen. Right?
Okay. In Virangi Wedding you have Sonam Kapoor.
Yeah.
Kareena Kapoor.
Yeah.
So how was your bonding and experience working with them?
Well, those four girls are doing their own bonding on the film, right? Swara and Shika and Kareena and Sonam. And really the film's about them, and their bond together and their love for each other and their ups and downs and all that. And the guys were, certainly, were there, and, were their significant others and everything. But we're a little bit, removed from that.
So tell us something about your role in Virangi Wedding.
So I play Shikat Talsania's character's husband, and in that, I'm just, like I said, a nice guy, really loves his wife, who happens to be Indian. They live in America. They have a kid, and he is just someone who really wants to support his family, support his wife, and he's also an Indophile who's teaching himself Hindi from books constantly, and is always trying to just like understand the Indian side of his wife's family.
So it's like similar in your real life.
I know. That's why I couldn't believe, that there's like, finally I'm getting a role that's me. I'm not oppressing anybody. I'm not wearing like this really hot British colonial uniform that nobody has any business wearing in the heat. I don't have to do like, these very dramatic dialogues or anything. I can just be a nice American guy. So it's a really fun shoot. It's been great. Yeah.
Okay, so finally my last question is, what do you want to say to the viewers and your fans who also are watching from you?
Gosh, just stay tuned. There's just amazing things to come. I've got many Kiras that are yet to come, and you'll see things unfold in the coming months, and years. I'm here to stay.
Okay, जाते जाते फिरंगी का एक डायलॉग बोल दीजिए फैंस के लिए.
क्या तुम नौकरी करोगे?
Thank you so much.